Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. I believe we are all good. I decided to make this video because I've been getting a lot of questions on what I use and how I was able to shrink my fibroids. And I also want to use this opportunity to share the experience and my journey dealing with fibroids. Now, there are many debates whether or not you can shrink fibroid or not. The truth is really, yes, you can shrink fibroids with herbs, supplements, and dieting. But it takes patience and diligence. And again, it depends on the size of your fibroids. Now, on my own part, I was diagnosed with fibroids in 2017, almost 5 years ago. I had 26 fibroids. I had mucosal fibroids, submucosal, intramural, name it. They were all over my uterus, trying to squeeze the life out of me. Honestly, it almost squeezed the joy and life out of me. I had serious bleeding. I bled from month to month, from day to day. Ooh la la, it was horrible. I was experiencing uterine pains, headache, shortage of blood. Yeah, it was an awful experience. I was diagnosed with fibroids after 6 months of trying to get pregnant and nothing seems to be happening. I went to my doctor and wanted to know the reason why I wasn't getting pregnant. She ordered for an ultrasound and the result came out that I had fibroids. I was surprised when I got to the hospital and the doctor said that I had fibroids. She said I had quite a number of fibroids. Then you can imagine my surprise when she told me that, because there weren't any symptoms I was getting other than the occasional bleeding I was experiencing during my period. Then I didn't take it as anything. I didn't take it as anything attributed to fibroid. I was attributing the heavy bleeding to maybe aging, because I know as we grow older, our body system tends to change. Then, as if by magic, after the diagnosis, I started experiencing the symptoms. My period became heavier and heavier and prolonged. It got worse that I bled and bled and bled for 2 months at a stretch. I started feeling dizzy because of losing too much blood. It got to a point I started using diapers for my period. I mean, these diapers, I change it every 30 minutes. Sometimes I will just go in and sit in the toilet and just let the blood be dripping inside there. It was flowing like water flowing out of a tap with force. I was literally hearing the blood gushing out of me. It was horrible. I started my journey of trying to shrink them because my doctor said the only option I had was hysterectomy, as in getting rid of my womb. Yeah, She advised me that the best option for me was to go for hysterectomy because the fibroid was all over the place, and it will be highly risky for her or the doctor to try a myomectomy because according to her I might lose my life in the process. Yeah, so I didn't want to let go of my womb. I really wanted to have my own baby. I decided to go online and started some research on how to shrink fibroids. I read some testimonies where women were successful in shrinking their fibroids with the help of natural alternatives. I started juicing. I started taking natural supplements. I started dieting. I did this for 6 months, and my fibroids, which were ranging from 26 cm to 3 cm. I mean, the biggest of them were 26 cm, and the smallest among them was like 3 cm, and they were 26 in numbers. Yeah, they shrank from 26 fibroids to 15 fibroids. Yeah, the biggest after it shrank was 14 cm. So it really made the juicing, the dieting, the supplements really made a difference. But due to the fact that age was no longer on my side, and again, my sisters, your sister has a sweet tooth. I couldn't adhere to the strict diet restrictions of shrinking the fibroids. I had to look for a way to get rid of it. Then my sister advised me to come down to Nigeria because I'm from Nigeria. She told me that there are many women who their fibroids are many, and they are much more bigger than mine, that had a successful surgery. I had to travel back to Nigeria to remove them. Yeah, I traveled back to Nigeria to have a myomectomy. So yes, you can shrink fibroids with the help of juicing and dieting and supplements. But if I may advise, if I'm to say, if age is still on your side, or you're not ready yet to start trying for a baby, or you're through with bearing children and you're battling with fibroids that are not life-threatening, you should go for shrinking the fibroids with juice and smoothies and supplements and dieting. Yeah, but if you're up to age 35 and above and you want to get pregnant and you're finding it difficult to get pregnant, yeah, I will advise you to go for surgery, because getting pregnant in your 40s can be very challenging. Yes, I will advise you to opt for myomectomy. So that's it on today's video. In my next video, I'll be posting the juices, the supplements, and the smoothies I used to shrink my fibroids before having a baby and after having a baby, because I didn't want to give any chance of the fibroids regrowing again. Yes, after the myomectomy, it took me some time before I was able to get pregnant, and as a result of that, another set of fibroids started growing after the surgery. You know, the idea or goal to beat the regrowth of fibroid after myomectomy, and if you're trying to conceive, is to try to get pregnant within a period of 3 to 5 months after your surgery, because the chances of another fibroid growing is very high. So unfortunately, I did not get pregnant immediately I started trying. After my myomectomy, so another set of fibroids started growing, but I was able to shrink those new ones because they were still new and small, and I was able to get pregnant. Sorry, I had to cut this video because it's getting too long and my small madam will soon wake up. Please stay tuned to my next video. I'll be sharing the tips and things I use to shrink my fibroid if you still want to shrink your fibroids. Bye.